Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading with me, Lucy. So, if you're new here, hello and welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This is for Taurus sun, moon, or rising. It might be marked for December, but it's for whenever you find this reading. All my readings are timeless. I don't believe, when you're reading for the collective anyway. I mean, time is fluid. You can't really pinpoint it. I feel like spirit will lead you and guide you to what reading you need to hear. And that's the way I see it. So I've already pulled some oracle cards. We're going to get into the tarot together here on camera. Taurus, this is really beautiful energy. I'm a Taurus rising. I will say it at some point in the video, so I'm going to get it out now. And I, from the looks of it, I claim this reading myself. You've got from the Enchanted Map Oracle from Colette Baron Reed, you have Ride the Wave. You actually have two 14s, two cards that are 14s, which break down to a 5. 5s are all about change. And I feel like the winds of change are coming through in your reading. If you notice on this card, there's these two dolphins, and there's what looks to be like a fairy, or a winged creature sitting on top of this dolphin and just almost like riding a horse, you're along for the ride. These dolphins symbolize love and playful energy. It's a very youthful energy. It's very Piscean, in my opinion. You don't have to agree with that, but dolphins, it's just a very lovely energy. They're very intelligent as well. I feel like they're representing spirit in this card, especially too. I feel like spirit is guiding you in a direction, and it's about going along for the ride, being free-spirited, being open to the possibilities, being open to growth and expansion at this time. I feel like they're leading you to some really beautiful things in your life. And it could be even people coming into your life, right? That spirit will guide to you, that are, bringing you or inviting you along on some kind of adventure. And then from the Mystical Shaman deck, I really wanted to be in your reading today. I'm going to show you one at a time. We have the Curse, which is a 14. This card, that imagery is so powerful. We have the Rattle, another very spiritual card. And we have the Luminous Warrior, which is you, Taurus. This is a beautiful card as well. Look, I talked about the winged creature riding on the back of the dolphin, and this Luminous Warrior also looks as though it's sprouting wings or has wings. There's also like a peacock color, like feathers coming through on this, so I feel like it's time to shine, Taurus. I feel like it's time to be seen, and I feel like you are shedding light on things as well in your life. So the Curse can represent old narratives, old patterns, things that hold us back, right? Old stories that repeat in our head, or, the things that hold us back, right? The things that keep us from going after our dreams or achieving the things that we want to. There are people that we meet in life, and we're always like, oh my God, everything they set out to do and set their mind on doing, they don't let anything hold them back. I feel like you're breaking free of the things that have stopped you in the past. This could be in regards to life in general. If you feel like, it can just be in regards to your life in general, but it could also be in regards to, a specific thing for you. But we have the Rattle here, and this is like picking up the tools of spirit. So when we think of the tools of spirit, that would be prayer is one, like sending up your prayers, speaking what you want into existence, having a journal, writing things down, manifestation, however you feel like is good for you to manifest things. I feel like you're putting your intention goes where attention flows, or something like that. Like, you are putting your attention into something, your intention into something, and it's not about forcing your will. It's a very gentle approach, because it's not all about your physical effort. It's about spirit, you aligning with your higher self. And it even looks like this rattle is like up in the clouds, right? And we see that rainbow energy. All right, and then you have the luminous warrior. Now, this card often to me is about appreciation and gratitude, shining a light on the things in your life that are so beautiful, that you're so grateful for. And when our attention flows to things that make us happy, that we're grateful for, that we're thankful for, more of that tends to come to us, right? So if you're thinking about, like, say you're trying to manifest, and you're looking at something you don't like, and you just keep saying, I don't want more of that. Or you're thinking about it even, I don't want more of that. No more of that, please, God. When you're manifesting, they don't really hear the word no. The universe doesn't hear the word no. They just know that that's what you keep putting your attention on. Like, all she or he tends to think about is this one thing. They're not that's what you're going to get more of. I hope that makes sense. So you want to focus on the things that make you happy, that make you feel grateful. And then you'll start to see more of that. I hope that makes sense. Also, the luminous warrior walks in light, right? So you're not somebody who's going out into the world and bringing negativity into situations. You bring light to situations. You bring positivity. You are, the person that's walking down the street and might smile at a stranger, and you light up their day, because that's contagious, right? And smiling releases endorphins. Did you know that? So, like, say you're in a bad mood and you force yourself to smile, it can actually not force your body, but it can cause your body to release endorphins and actually make you happier than you were. It's kind of weird, but it's an actual thing. So I'm not saying fake it till you make it, Taurus, but there's something about your intention and your attention, and not letting these, like, not letting history or patterns or things like that hold you back. Even people, like, there's so many people out there who are just miserable, and we can't be spending our time with those people if that's all they are and all they're ever going to be, right? And I would hope and pray better for them, but we're not all good people out here in the world. And I think you need to be, at least at this time, you need to spread your light and be around other luminous people. Okay? So let's see. So my spirit guides just made me think of the Grinch, and this has come through recently a couple times in readings that I've done. You know how the Who's, the happiness of the Who's, and just the gratitude of the Who's in Whoville. Like, even though the Grinch took, and I'm not talking about the Jim Carrey, I'm talking about the original cartoon, The Grinch. Even though the Grinch came in the night and took all their stuff with his dog, the Who's still were out there holding hands and singing together and still happy and shared love with one another. And then it spread to the Grinch, and his heart grew and grew. There's something about that kind of energy too. So some people aren't miserable. They need love. and your light may help them. I'm not talking about those people. When I say, some people are miserable and they don't deserve your attention. But just be mindful. Be mindful of boundaries, Taurus. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull some tarot for you. Oh, the Ten of Wands just came out sideways on the curse. And the Moon. The Three of Cups. Okay. Oh, you have the Ace of Cups underneath the deck. I like that. Yeah, I feel like there is something about the heart. Okay. We got the Ten of Wands. The Moon. The Knight of Cups. Coming out here with the curse and the rattle. It was kind of... Got the Ten of Wands. The Knight of Cups in reverse and the Moon. There's... unfair... Not unfair. How do I describe that? Unrealistic expectations. I don't know if it's you that's had unrealistic expectations in the past, and kind of seen things different. Like, there's this, I want to say grandiose view, but not. I'm getting, what's that word? Malcontent. Like somebody who's never pleased, somebody who's never happy. I don't know if you have somebody like that in your life, Taurus, or like a situation in your life where it's like it never moves, it never progresses, it never grows. It just feels like a huge burden, a huge responsibility that never lets up. And it's like you can't see the end of it, or you can't even see where it's going. I feel like you're letting that go. Yeah, I feel like the Ten of Wands, like that's the end. This is the last card. This is when you lay down these burdens. And this is with the curse. Something that was placed on you or asked of you. I also feel like you have this, and I don't know if it's part of being a Taurus, or if this is something that someone else placed on you, a lot of responsibility, like your duty, your responsibility in regards to something. And I feel like you're coming to some kind of realization. You're seeing through the clouds. You're seeing through the illusion that this is not Taurus's responsibility. This isn't my job. This isn't my responsibility. I wonder what this is. I want to get why. You could even be, you could have thought you had, the sun. I asked to clarify the moon and I got the sun, which those are complete. One is like opposite, not opposites, but I mean, if I were to ask you what's the opposite of the sun, you would say the moon, I'm sure. Something that was hidden is coming to light. Something that was an illusion, there's clarity coming to you. Something that there was anxiety around, there's going to be more optimism, more self-assuredness, more confidence. And it's all because this Ten of Wands is coming to an end. It could also be, too, some of you feel like you're doing something all on your own. We've got the Nine of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Death card here. The Death card is Scorpio. That's the opposite of you on the zodiacal wheel. If you're a Taurus rising, that is your house of relationships. There could have been some anxiety in regards to friendships, relationships, your connections. I feel like that's coming to an end. I'm getting this feeling of like you feel this huge responsibility in regards to other people, but when it comes to your needs and your wants, all that burden is put on you. So you may feel like nobody has your back, or and I feel like that is changing. Like that's a cycle that's coming to an end. So I'm not exactly sure what that is, but tell me more about this Three of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. So, like, I feel like you've put a lot of work into your relationships, your partnerships, but I also feel like they have been work. You know what I mean? I don't feel like, of course, we nurture our relationships. We want to see them grow. We're there for other people. At least you'd hope that people are there for you because you're there for other people. But sometimes relationships are work, and it's not always good if they feel like work, right? I feel like something is paying off. I don't know if that's a side message, though, because I just heard that something's paying off. Some kind of hard work, and is like the Eight of Wands really going to take off and move really quickly. There's something about you being like, I'm getting like, you know how when you say you're a woman, and I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. Okay, say you're a woman and you've been out and about. You've gone to work. You've worked like an 8 or a 10-hour shift for the day. Calculate drive time to go to work and get home. All the stuff. The first thing you want to do when you get home is kick off your shoes and take off your bra. You know what I mean? Like, you take off the burdens that have constrained you all day and been uncomfortable. There's something that has been restricting you and been uncomfortable, and after like some really hard work and really like being disciplined, you're able to relax and take those things off. Maybe this is in friendships too. Like, you're getting more comfortable. You're able to like take your armor off, or whatever it is that keeps you throughout the day in your life, whatever it is that keeps you pushing, that I'm just getting this, like, I have to keep going, I have to keep pushing. And I have maybe even tunnel vision, like something's happening where everything that you've done to get to where you are, it's taking off. So now you can take off all of that weight that you've had on you and relax and get comfortable. So, and there's even like the High Priestess underneath the deck. You might be sharing things that you don't usually share. expressing things you don't usually express. I am hearing secrets. I'm just going to say that. Like, you might be sharing secrets with someone. And you're coming to some realizations as well. Yeah, boundaries. Yeah, like if you've had boundaries or you've been guarded. 3 of Wands, like the future is brighter. The future is, hearing the future is now. Yeah, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is, disappointments, things in the past that haven't gone your way. The 7 of Wands is, like it says on that card, perseverance. You keep going, you keep pushing. And then the 3 of Wands, I feel like you fought through disappointment and loss, and you have just persevered and kept going and kept looking towards the future, kept looking towards what you were fighting for. You've remained the luminous warrior. Through everything you've been through, you have remained the light. And there's something's about to hit a flow state with Ride the Wave. Clarify this Ride the Wave for Taurus for me, please. Ride the Wave for Taurus. The 10 of Cups, heck yeah. The 2 of Cups, something else came out. So we've got the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. I don't like seeing the 5 of Swords here, because no, yes I do. Okay, I get it now, Spirit, thank you. So the 10 of Cups is family. It's happiness. It doesn't have to be family. It can be the family that you choose, right? It doesn't have to be blood. But it is just happiness and peace in your life, feeling content, feeling like all your cups are filled. The 2 of Cups can be closer relationships. It can be romantic. It doesn't have to be. But this is like the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups is all the relationships in your life just being harmonious and beautiful and close. I'm getting close. You're getting closer to people. You're getting more vulnerable with people. I'm going to clarify this 5 of Swords, but I believe this is that past energy, like peeking in again, which happens a lot when I read, I'll be honest. Because that's just how my guides explain things. To me, this is a winning at all costs energy. Now, sometimes, and this is the way I see it, sometimes there's things we have to do. Sometimes there's things that, whether it's mentally or emotionally, physically, sometimes there's things we have to do to reach a goal, right? Like maybe there's things I want to do. Maybe I've got friends asking me to come out and play and, do things with them, but I've got a deadline at work and I've got to reach this goal because I want this bonus or da 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 da. I've got to do what I've got to do. Like I have to make sacrifices. I might have to set up a wall with you for a while because you're not a good influence on me when I'm trying to reach a goal, like I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. And that might suck for a while. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yeah. The 4 of Wands underneath the deck. You're definitely connecting with people. These are close bonds. Okay. Yeah, okay. I was clarifying the 5 of Swords. You got the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a leader. It's somebody that's bold, that's passionate. And you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it feels like this is you. The King of Wands can get tunnel vision. They're very goal oriented. And the Two of Swords is, it's exactly what I was just saying about like, hey, I have this goal and I'm going to hit it no matter what. And the Two of Swords is like this blockage. Like you can't come over here to me right now because I can't be distracted. And there's this Ace of Cups that's being offered. So it's like somebody wanting to share love with you, wanting to connect with you. And the King of Wands is like, yeah, that's great, but like, let's do that later. Like, give me like a month while I focus on this thing. And I feel like I said, something's really about to pick up. It's about to get momentum and take off. And you're going to have this opening so that you can go after this, not go after it, but accept this Ace of Cups, accept this love that's offered to you, and this ease and flow, and to be this light. Like, I feel like when you're with people, you are a light to them. And it's probably hard for them too when you're like, hey, I'm really focused on something. I can't hang out right now because da 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 da. I'm sure they miss you, right? Who wouldn't miss Taurus? I'm going to pull, let me see. So I was pulling cards on the curse, and I've got the Hierophant and the Six of Cups. So the Hierophant is all about tradition and rules that have been taught to us. It's about structure. Sometimes it's societal structure. Sometimes it's religious. It's more about conformity and the rules that as humans we just kind of live by, whether it's spoken, written, unwritten, whatever that is. Six of Cups, it was probably traditions taught to you, rules that were taught to you. You could even be a workaholic, Taurus, and you're finding that there's, oh my gosh, yeah, Four of Swords underneath the deck. Like, you could be finding that you need rest, you need recovery, and you need love. Like, you need a heart healing. You need to connect with other people. And Taurus are really lovely people to connect with. I mean, they make you feel comfortable. They make you feel cozy. They make you feel relaxed. Taurus, can be stubborn, but they're really easy to get along with for the most part. And they they just make you feel, I'm like, I don't even know how to describe it. One of my very best friends is a Taurus. Like I said, I'm a Taurus rising, but she's a Taurus sun. And whenever I'm with her, she's just like, I don't know, like, I want to give her hugs, and I want to, like, we'll lay on the couch and watch a movie and we're just cozy together. And she just makes me feel very relaxed and at ease. Those people that, like, you're happy as soon as you're around them. Like, that's that light I'm talking about that I think people are craving because maybe they've, like, not been around you in a while. And I feel like that may have been because responsibilities or something like that has kept you away. Could even be Taurus, and I'm just saying this for some of you. You may have new love that's trying to come in, and responsibility has kind of put that on the back burner for you, but it's coming up again. Again. Okay, so it's coming up again. So maybe you've pushed off a few relationships for responsibility. Maybe you're a single parent and you've got responsibilities, and I don't know, but somebody wants to connect with you and share love with you. I'm also getting this abundance that's coming through. Something is really taking off. Some of you, that's love. Some of you, that could be like something in your career is taking off that's going to make things a lot easier. But I really like this for you, Taurus. I am sending you lots of love, wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye.